Welcome back to Dune Awakening. So, in this one, I'm going to be trying something out that I thought of the other day when I was playing the game for the first time in a couple of weeks of not playing. But 7 days, 23 hours, and that is going to be this one. I was on a buggy expedition to mine for fuel cells, and I kind of had to go and get aluminum in the process of it because I had to go far away and I didn't want to waste the trip. I had to run all the way to I crossed over here, went up this way, went around like this, and then came back through here like that. So I did this whole sort of loop, and there's lots of fuel cells up there. Usually what I do, the only thing that I have to do is I come in and I go do a loop around just this area right here. And that's usually enough for me to, keep my shields up for the next, couple of weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. And yeah, this time I went around, did a couple of loops, didn't see any fuel cells, whatever, and thought, okay, well, I could either wait or log back in, and who knows. And I only had like 8 hours left. So I thought, okay, I'm going to run up here because I know I'm going to find fuel cells. So I did that, and in the process, came back, looked at industrial grade lubricant, for which I had some spice residue. Yeah, so I guess my thinking is that wouldn't it be good if, see, all of the spice residue that I had gathered got collected from me going out and actually collecting spice by hand myself. Well, with the what's it called? The compactor. But the thought occurred to me, there is a spice vendor in the towns. And not only that, but you can also probably buy spice residue from the marketplace. So I thought, why don't I run to Arakeen real quick and check and see what prices are. And what I just might do is, instead of driving myself crazy trying to scramble to run out to the deep desert in order to mine spice, I just might make a habit of just buying the spice residue if the price isn't too high. So yeah, I think I'm gonna run out and give that a look, and so that's what I'm gonna be doing here in a little bit. But I guess we can watch this ship crash down. That's where we can get it. Do I want to go out and do that, though? Do I have the cutter ray? Yes. Do I really want to do that? I suppose I could. To be honest, though, that's something I need to do in the deep desert. Oh, it's up here. Oh, that's it? Okay, I can stay behind. Pre-flight check. Fuel. No item for refueling. Oh. Probably have some fuel in here. Let's see. Do I? I do. That looks good. Alright. Let's go to Arakeen. Anyway, so I was out there on the fuel cell mining run, doing that, and you know, that took about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes, but it just occurred to me, I really miss playing this game. It's just, yeah, I don't know, there's something about it that I hate it when that happens. That's kind of scary. They need to fix that. Anyway. As I was saying, this game, well, okay. I'm going to say it like this. So here's how it is. Going back for the past probably 3 decades, maybe a little bit less, because it took, I don't know, a good 5 to 10 years before I noticed myself doing this. But in general, the amount of time that I spend playing video games, usually there is a shooter like Battlefield, and there's an RPG like The Elder Scrolls or Guild Wars. And those two games back and forth between the two, like a few weeks of playing one and then kind of maybe burning out, and then a few weeks of playing the other and then burning out on that and then going back. That seems to be a recurring sort of pattern with my my gameplay habits. And there's all these other games that I played too, but not nearly to the extent that I play, you know, just a handful of games. Yeah, it's usually a shooter, or it's an RPG, or an MMO RPG, where I'm playing 1,000 hours, or even reaching 1,000 hours.
Oh, hey there, friend.
Nope, not you.
Hello again.
Nope. Spice Trader's somewhere in here. Sorry, I had to cough. to make sure that I
water, yes?
talk to the vendor first. I think that's going to be the black market guy.
Hello and greetings. On behalf of the Attar household, I am afraid we are not acquainted. Perhaps Sir would do me the courtesy of an introduction.
Is that like one of my pronouns, according to this dude right here? Anyway, so people camping out in a hallway, okay. Yeah, okay. Didn't notice that one before. She's the weapons vendor. Okay, let's use the map. Spice Merchant. Up this way and on the right. Okay. Right around the corner.
Ah, it's you again. Come to share your secrets this time. I'm retired now. Seemed like a good time to get out after Windsack. That's when everything got a little too political for my tastes. Spice Miners Guild should be above politics.
Yeah, right.
We serve the Imperium. Our only loyalty should be to the spice flow itself. But like everything else, this war has a way of dividing loyalties, making people take sides. I know someone's got to win in the end. I guess the guild is just a little divided over who that should be. The smugglers. Easy.
Yeah,
You know
that's
you were
pretty much my
saying
guess.
The spice must flow. Anytime there's even a slight hiccup in the spice flow, the spacing guild melts down. They'll do anything to guarantee their supply of melange. Sometimes that means going around a chum and finding an off-book vendor. That's where the smugglers come in. They love this war. Chaos is their oxygen.
Which is kind of the faction that I think is coming, because I think they're releasing the third faction in, was it Q2 of next year or something like that? So that would be Q2 2026. And yeah, I'm kind of, right now, if I go in here, well, okay, let's finish the conversation with this guy. But I'm neutral, so I'm neither Atreides nor Harkonnen. And I'm thinking that kind of, you know, like the obvious faction would be the Fremen, but in this timeline in the Duneverse, the Fremen are kind of taking a back seat to what's going on, because they've been kind of, I don't know, pushed aside. But anyway, they kind of always are, aren't they? Well, I haven't read all 6 books yet, so I'm not gonna, I have no comment. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, the smugglers, if that were the third faction, I would totally sign up for being a smuggler. I think that would be a cool faction to play. I can only imagine the kind of weapons that you might get as a smuggler, or if you would even have access to either or, but maybe at a increased price. Anyway.
What do you want to know? I like you, off-worlder. And I'll tell you anything and everything you want to know about spice hunting. On that subject, I've forgotten more than most will ever know. But indulge an old Dune man first, if you would. An air of mystery surrounds you, off-worlder. It clings to you like a shroud. And the old sloop in me can't help but wonder how it is that you came to Arrakis.
Weave a tale of glorious bullshit and bravado for Campos. Meh.
Your outlaw friend was right. Your continued survival does indeed herald interesting times. Now, do you wish to know about spice hunting?
Well, my times are always going to be interesting. That's a given. But, okay.
You can find spice almost anywhere on Arrakis. But the largest and richest spice fields are found in the deep deserts, far beyond the Imperial sphere. Take care before traveling beyond the shield wall. Even without the Fremen, there are many dangers that would destroy the unprepared spice hunter.
Yeah, like scout ornithopters with rocket pods, which is why I think the next fabricator that I'm going to build is the advanced vehicle fabricator, so that I can make the highest tier. I think that's a tier 6 Scout Ornithopter, which basically means that I get faster speeds out of wings, engines, and I think better heat, so therefore, or better heat dissipation, I guess, with the, what do they call those things? Generators. I think that's what they are. So that translates into longer afterburner time, so that translates into faster speeds. And yeah, so overall, though, every single component of a tier 6 is going to have the highest possible total of hit points. That's important because if the important things get damaged enough, then you end up being a sitting duck. And so I need a lot of spice. A lot of spice is only going to come from the parts of the deep desert where PvP is enabled, or I can spend hours upon hours, you know, just floating around down there looking for spice fields that are in the PvE zone. But yeah, I've had that experience, and you can find it. It's just, yeah, I don't want to invest that kind of time. So okay.
Now,
tell me
do
something.
you wish to know about spice hunting?
Tell me something I don't know
In the
yet.
guild, we had mobile ground units dedicated to the job. They would range ahead of the factory harvester and extend probes to scrape deep sand samples. When they encountered a buried spice vein or pre-spice mass, they measured the find, mapped it, and called in the mothership.
That is something I did not know.
It's an organic mass that forms when small amounts of water mix with the excretions of baby sandworms. The combination is highly combustive and builds pressure until it reaches critical mass. And then, boom! The subterranean mass explodes with incredible force, sending geysers of spice hundreds of meters into the air.
Okay, so it's worm shit mixed with water. Okay. It's kind of what I figured it would be. Something like that.
It was time for a change, I suppose. Did a little horse trading and got myself an ornithopter. Now I run Dune Riders, a charter service offering ornithopter excursions to the deep deserts. I'm expensive, but I'm also the only charter service that guarantees worm sign. You pay the ticket, I'll show you the biggest you ever seen. I'll show you 14.5 million tons of mouth and teeth that'll swallow a 6-deck factory harvester like a sandstorm swallows a fart. My friend,
That's pretty big.
we will gaze into the eye of the Leviathan and see if that bastard don't look back.
Do you have what I want? No, you do not. I can get 100 in like a couple of hours. Yeah, no deal. Okay. And you don't have the residue. Alright. Anywho. The market would be over here. Yeah. Let's see. Consumables. Spice. Raw resources. Spice residue. Nothing. Wow, there is nothing on these markets. That's a bad sign. I need to go check and see. I need to check and see how many people are playing this game. I get the sense we're going to Harco. I'll go to Harco and look. See if it's any different. Spice merchants.
Hello again.
Yeah, same as the other spot. Yeah, it looks like the same shit. The exact same shit. Okay.
Dissemination
trade seems to be dead on this server.
My house are golden to safeguard our security.
Yeah, I really need to check and see how many people are still playing. If it went down at all. But regardless, I'm gonna continue to play here. I think I think still that I'm gonna be doing this for 1,000 hours plus. But let's get to 1,000 hours first, and then see where we're at.